Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back to the Uncle Sharma channel. Here today, for something I didn't think I would do. I didn't think I would be interested in these preseason friendlies, but today, as the match was building up to Crotone, I was like, why not? Why not? Let's do a little reaction to the actual match, because obviously, the closer we get to the start of the season, the more interesting the matches are going to get. Right? We're going to start to see Inzaghi's tactics. Now we're seeing the big boys coming back as well. Obviously, Big Rom came back, Vecino's back, Vidal's back, Lautaro, Barella, Bastoni. Obviously, we're still waiting for them, but the more these guys are coming back, the more the excitement starts to build. And yeah, 6-0 today was actually quite a nice watch. I think compared to maybe because it's the whole kind of new coach effect as well. It just feels like there's a little bit of excitement in the air with the players as well. Obviously, King Darian already in the house saying Sharma's pro Sensi agenda starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You damn right, bro. You damn right. That agenda is gonna start once again. Back on the Saincy train, the hype train. I know we jump on that train every year. Been 2 years, we jump on that train, and then that train literally breaks down halfway, not even halfway to the destination. Like as soon as you leave the station, the train breaks down. Maybe this might be the year. Maybe without Pintus, I don't know whose fault it was. 1 second, let me switch on the fan. It's kind of warm in England. Sorry, in England, it's been a few warm weeks. Gets very humid. Yeah, CNC once again looked good out there, but once again, the guy that really impressed. Well, he only got 45 minutes, but Satriano was once again really impressive, and of course, as Gerard says here, will anyone join if I start Dimarco FC? Yeah, bro, you got many guys that are willing to join Dimarco FC already. There was Dimarco FC even before he came back to Inter. His Hellas Verona performances. I was definitely back on the Dimarco FC after seeing him last year at Hellas Verona, and he's showing that quality. What a great left foot and what a great goal he scored as well with his left foot, powered it past the keeper at the near post, and in general, his general play was really good. Dimarco as the wing back as well, which is the position where I want to see him play. In the first friendly against Lugano, he played left centre back where Kolarov played today, but I want to see him in that left wing back position. I want to see him because that's the position I feel like he's going to be fighting it out with Ivan Perisic when he comes back for that position. And I think he's an instant upgrade on Ashley Young. To be honest, Ashley Young obviously was a good servant for what he did last year, and especially the year before, the 6 months when he first came in, that impact. But last year I was not impressed with Ashley Young, especially going forward. And he also was making mistakes at the back, led to a couple of penalties. So with Dimarco, I'm expecting some mistakes and maybe some shakiness defensively, but going forward, this guy is really showing that he's going to be an extra level of threat going forward, even more that you could say than even Perisic, because his level of the crossing level, his whippage, that left foot is really one of the best in the league, I would say, and I think he's shown that, and he showed that today as well. What's good, Gerard? Hakan tops assist in Serie A next season. Yeah, bro. Let's talk about the main guy. I think he was obviously it's preseason. I don't want to talk about flop of the match or man of the match, but to me, if I was going to give a man of the match, it was going to be to Hakan Çalhanoğlu today. Hakan, Turkish delight, and man, was it 3 assists and 1 goal? I believe it was today. Correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm correct. He was involved before he left the pitch. I think he was involved in every single goal. Actually, was he involved in the first corner? Let's see if I can pull up the highlights. Are not out yet, so I'm just gonna pull up the actual full stream from Inter's YouTube channel. See this. I think this is the corner. Who took the corner? Was it Dimarco or was it Hakan that took the corner? So it looks like it's Dimarco. Yeah, it's Dimarco coming. Oh no, wait, Hakan and Dimarco are both there. So who's gonna actually take it? Oh wait, I missed it, but yeah, my timing. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So Dimarco and Hakan, one out swinging, one in swinging, obviously causing confusion for the defense. Oh, it was Hakan. So yeah, he was involved straight away, Hakan. Look at that great header from Satriano. Man, this guy is so hungry. Like you can just tell, and he was the one who won that corner as well with his run. He tried to pace the defender from the halfway line. Like he's so brave, he's so direct as well. Like I love, and he showed that he's got a bit of nice turn of pace for his size as well. Because he's 6'1", 6'2", so he's got a good pace for his size as well. Triano, he looks like he could be, the complete package. Hakan might actually come through the season. Hey man, Hakan, that's what I'm saying. And then I'm not gonna try go through find every goal on that stream because it's like a 2-hour long stream. It's gonna be a pain to find the actual goals because I don't know. I can't find anywhere online where it tells me the timings. But Hakan, guys, I was so impressed today because obviously it's a new position for him. Let's not forget it's a new position that he's getting accustomed to. He's getting used to that left centre mid position. And yeah, like how we were talking about in the previous streams, he's given a lot more freedom than Eriksen was under Conte in that position. He's coming up in all sorts of places. He comes deep to collect at times. You can find him near the box at times. He comes wide. He comes in the middle. He really has a lot of freedom to move around. So yeah, well done to Hakan. Some of his first time balls as well, like lofted balls past the behind in the defense, were really good as well. He started a lot of actions, attacking actions as well. A lot of nice, classy touches. He's a sound player. He's a good player, and that's why I was, when I said free transfer, if you can bring in like Hakan, even if Eriksen is still here, the level of the midfield has been raised now. We've lost obviously with Hakimi on the wings, on the wing back position, but in midfield, and then imagine if Eriksen even comes back, the level of the midfield technically has been raised, and especially if you manage to get someone like Stefano Sensi fit, like the technical level of this midfield is very high, and I'm actually starting to get excited for Hakan in this new Luis Alberto position that obviously Inzaghi is gonna try out. So yeah, I can see some of you guys are starting to change your tune on Hakan. Obviously, it was quite a splitting transfer, especially if you ask Milan fans. They seem to be mainly happy, and when a fan base is happy to see the back of a guy leave, you're always a little bit wary, like, why are you happy? But if you're a logical person who thinks about Hakan was such an important cog to Milan's team. He was pretty much, if he wasn't injured, he was a starter. Whether he played left wing or attacking mid, he was starting. Yes, maybe Milan fans will say he was holding them back at times. He wasn't as good as maybe the stats say. Those chances created stats and can be misleading. Yes, that's true as well. But when you're playing every single game for your team, you're an important piece of the puzzle. So yeah. Thank you very much, Bilan, as the Razor of Orion says here. is Pinamonti good at anything? Filippo says, hey man, even he scored today, which kind of shows. I was actually just surprised by how poor Crotone were because obviously the Serie B season starts before Serie A season, so I thought maybe on a physical, athletic level they might be a little bit ahead of Inter and cause a little bit of trouble. But yeah, they were. I was not impressed. You can see why. Obviously, they went down to Serie B last year. They were the worst team in the league alongside Parma. And even Pinamonti, he had other chances as well to score. He hit the post with his left foot, and I can't believe the commentator even said "Pina power" when Pinamonti hit the post with his left foot. It was. I don't think we'll ever hear that phrase being said ever again. Pina power. It was a powerful shot, to be fair, with his left foot. He hit the post. He should have scored. And in general, his link-up play. I mean, yeah, it's almost like Satriano showing this guy levels in terms of hunger, in terms of actual, like, even technical ability at points, hold-up play. It looks like Satriano's the one who's, the established player, and Pinamonti's the youth player. But yeah, he got a good amount of minutes. I'm guessing, hoping that he gets some minutes under his legs and maybe someone sees him playing and invests some money in him or loans him this season, because obviously I think it's pretty clear that Pinamonti's not ideally part of the plans, but you never know. Because of his wages, thanks to Mino Raiola, he earns 2 million a season, and it's hard for mid-table Italian teams or lower level Italian teams to take on that type of wage. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pinamonti ends up staying. But he is being discussed in that massive Nandes deal. But we'll see. We'll see. As Baba says, yeah, everything went through Hakan. Obviously, Brozovic is the the metronome and the guy who probably had the most touches. I don't have the stats to back it up, but just eye test, it seemed like, it was Brozovic touching every ball. But after Brozovic, I would say it probably was, Hakan or, De Vrij or one of the defenders, because, yeah, this guy was coming, doing little touches, little interplay. You can see there's a lot more interchange with the midfield under Inzaghi at the moment. Obviously, we'll have to see when their real matches come, but there seems to be less emphasis on, those patterns of play that Conte would do. You would just see a repetition of the same patterns under Conte. With Inzaghi, it seems to be a little bit more free in terms of the way into build up. And yeah, very, very impressed with Hakan today. 2 assists, 1 goal, most chances created by a player in the top leagues. I'm guessing you're talking about Hakan. I think it was 3 assists actually. Yeah. Dimarco, Perisic better than young Perisic. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is Dimarco, Perisic? Yeah, definitely better. Anyone else did right? Yeah, there was a one point in like 65th, 70th minute, De Vrij just went up, went past Lukaku, past everyone as a winger, cut it back, and then Lukaku got a shot off as well. Yeah, so yeah, De Vrij, everyone's looking in good shape. Like I didn't see anyone looking, a lot of preseason friendlies, you can see people looking heavy and out of shape. Lukaku came on the second half. He looks in really good shape. We already said in the past video how he's come back, and obviously in Miami, wherever he was, this guy was training, but he looks already, ready to go. He's already looking sharp. He does not looking heavy on his legs like he does in pre-seasons. Like we watched him in previous preseason, he always takes a long time to get up to speed because of the sheer size of him. Obviously, it's just natural, but it seems like this year he kept himself strict. He seems like, players can let themselves go a little bit in off season and then try to make up for it in preseason. But this guy seems like he kept in shape in the off season, and now he's not going to suffer in this preseason. And I'm hearing that Inzaghi is also quite intense with his training. Similar to Conte. I'm not sure what the physical or the fitness trainer is called under Inzaghi. I'm gonna have to find out, because we'll have to mention his name to throughout the season, how we were mentioning Pintus all the time. But apparently he's also on those kind of levels where he does push players to the edge, and we saw that with Lazio. Obviously, Inter were at the top of the running stats, average kilometers covered, but I believe Lazio were second behind Inter. So Lazio were covering a lot of ground last few seasons under Inzaghi. So I'm not expecting a much of a drop off compared to Conte. Does anyone know why we extended Kolarov? The man was sleeping throughout the match. Hey man, he didn't have to do much, did he? But Kolarov, we all thought he was gonna leave. He was a flop last year. Brought in for experience, but caused more trouble than he really helped. But there was a lot of talk, a lot of articles written out. Him and other experienced players in the team really helped in the dressing room at crucial points in the season with their experience, with their words, which obviously we can't see, we don't know about, we don't know if it's true or not, but I can see that being true. And Kolarov, fair play to him, half his wages. He was on around 3 million net a year, and this season he's going to be on 1.5, so he's literally half his wages. So yeah, fair play to him. Hope we don't get to see much of him, to be honest. But yeah, there's no really a left-footed alternative to Bastoni unless you play Dimarco there. But again, I wouldn't. I'm not really sure Dimarco in that position. I know he played at Hellas Verona, but I'm really not sure about Dimarco in that position. What got me how much hungrier? Yeah, this is what I was saying about Satriano compared to Pinamonti. It's like Pinamonti should be, probably working even harder than Satriano, because he's gotta redeem himself after a couple of years, especially last season where Conte clearly didn't rate him at all. He's in the shopping window, and clubs are looking at Pinamonti potentially, and this guy, should be really working his ass off. Hope Satriano stays. Mario, yeah. I mean, we've talked about this. It sounds good in theory, but I think he just needs minutes. He needs to go somewhere where he's going to get regular minutes. There's no point of him staying on the bench and getting 5-10 minutes here and there, getting some Coppa Italia time. He's 20 years old. He needs to get some minutes under his legs. The boy is ready. Physically, he's ready. Let him go out and play football on a regular basis, and you see if he's the real deal or not. I don't see the benefit really of keeping him unless Inzaghi is really convinced by him and he's sure that he's going to give him a good amount of minutes. Then I would be happy to keep him. Everyone needs to get minutes. And speaking of, Raja Nainggolan, I tweeted it out and everyone was kind of popping off because I was saying Nainggolan starting once again. Is that Inzaghi kind of trying to convince Raja to stay? Obviously, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just putting it out there because last preseason, Conte, even in preseason, he wasn't really giving Raja too many starts. He was giving him minutes, but he wasn't really starting Nainggolan. And obviously today, Gagliardini got injured. Sensi, obviously, you're always unsure with Sensi. Vecino still seems like he's nursing something. He's come back from his break recently. Vidal only came back recently, so I guess he was kind of forced to start Nainggolan. But again, you could start Agume there. I'm sure there could be a Primavera player you could start there. So I don't know. Obviously, we all know Raja wants to go to Cagliari. Cagliari want Raja, but you never know. We've seen weirder things happen in football. Raja even said that last season. He wanted to fight for his. Well, he didn't say he wants to fight for his place at Inter. He said he would have been happy to stay at Inter if he got his chance, but he never got his chance under Conte, which obviously was it his training? Was he not obviously his usual unprofessional ways? We don't know. But you never know. He looks like, even when he plays, even against Lugano, like the guy looks involved. Like he's shouting, he's giving instructions. Even at a goal scoring opportunity, he looks good on ball. He's a quality player. We're never gonna bash Raja for his actual footballing abilities. That's the annoying part about Raja, his actual footballing ability. There's no doubting this guy is just here. But yeah, he got some minutes under his legs. Hopefully Cagliari, we're watching, still a player there, guys, if you guys want him. To be a little bit logical, Perisic starts. Yeah, of course. I think Perisic is going to be the starter, but Dimarco, I think, can really push Perisic this season to be, the starting left wing back. If even Ashley Young at some point was the starter last season, let's not forget at the beginning it was Ashley Young, and then slowly Perisic won over Conte. There was a new rumor that Arsenal won Lautaro. Yeah, Arsenal really. I mean, those guys, they're trying to buy Locatelli. He doesn't even want to go there. They finished. What did they finish? 8th or 9th in the Premier League last year. They're buying players that they're spending a lot of money on, like Ben White. Was it 50 million? Lokonga, these types of players that I'm not really seeing are they even moving up towards the table. And obviously Inter are going to be asking 70 million upwards. I don't see that happening. I'm sure there's teams interested in Lautaro. He's one of the best attacking talents out there. But yeah, if it's going to happen, it probably is going to be a Premier League team because that's where the money is, or Real Madrid, Barcelona. As we know, those are the other teams that have been confirmed interested. But Barcelona, they don't have any money. They're even probably more broke than Inter at the moment. Real Madrid looks like they're not spending any money at the moment as well. So yeah, if it's gonna happen, I would see a Man City if it was gonna happen. I could see him, in that Man City team. But yeah, Arsenal. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about Arsenal. Does Cagliari want Vidal too? I'll chip in for his wages. Hey man, you're gonna have to chip in. Gonna have to go deep in your pockets because Vidal earns 6.5 million net a season. So yeah, you're gonna have to chip deep. Agume got some minutes as well, but once again, he only got the last 20 something minutes. He got less minutes than Nainggolan today. That's the point I'm making in terms of these little things do mean something at the end of the day. I know it's preseason, it doesn't mean too much, but when it starts to add up, Agume, he should be starting, this, young 19, 20-year-old player. He should be, again, similar to Pinamonti. It just seems like I don't know. He's a little bit languid, a little bit like lethargic when he moves around. Lagume, he's very nice on the ball. I've said this in the past. Like on the ball, this guy he's already a good player, but off the ball, he's just when he loses the ball or when he's got a track runners, he seems a little bit. I don't want to say the word lazy because he's not lazy because he does run back, but he doesn't seem to know what to do off the ball. I still feel like he's a little bit raw. But maybe Inzaghi is the guy that maybe can help him and improve him. Yeah, we talked about that Arsenal rumor. Vidal just came from Dubai. Let's see if he makes it to Palma to sell or not. Silvio Lautaro ain't going to Clausen. Yeah, King Darian's put it out there very easily. The commentator said that reports are saying Italy that Lukaku will be playing more in the penalty box with Simone. What's up with that? Yeah, I read that report today as well. I'll take a quick sip of my Pepsi, Champions League Pepsi. Pepsi, if you want to sponsor the channel, talk to me. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, Ahmad, because obviously there's a podcast that Lukaku did before he came to Inter, where he explained that people think he's a back to goal type of player, and he says he doesn't actually like to play like that. He likes to face the goal. That's how he used to play at Everton, and that's why he kind of struggled at United because he tried to play that back to goal type of role at United and it didn't work out. But Conte, with that famous line about putting Ranocchio on him in training and the first 2 or 3 months just literally launching balls at him back to goal, learning how to play, using that physique, that body that is made to play like that, to using it back to goal, bringing other people into play, hold up play. So now he's learned how to do that and he's really good at it. He's one of the best, if not the best in the world at doing that. But Immobile at Lazio, that's not how he played in the 3-5-2. Immobile used to play, if you watch a lot of hit the goals, Immobile scores. He's receiving the ball on the run. Luis Alberto, Savic or Correa, they pass him the ball on, in behind the defense into space. And that's how, a lot of Lukaku's early, before United, a lot of his goals used to come. So that's how usually he plays. And that's probably what we will see a difference, I think, in the way Lukaku is used. I think it doesn't make sense to use still Lukaku's hold-up play because that you have this God-given physique talent, man. Like you just have to use that for the benefit of the team in that way. But I feel like there's going to be more usage of Lukaku in a different way in the penalty box, more as a fox in the box striker. So maybe we might even see more goals from Lukaku, but maybe less contribution in terms of let's not forget last season he was joined first in assists, I believe, wasn't he? Like 10, he scored 23, 24 goals in the league, but he also had 10 assists alongside, Hakan, Milinkovic-Savic, the other Morata, the other top assisters of the league. So what I'm envisioning this season is probably a decrease in his number of assists, but even more goals in the way that Inzaghi usually likes his strikers to play. So I think that's what they were talking about. And let me see if we saw some of the pictures as well. You see a lot of Inzaghi seems to be talking to Lukaku a lot already. Let me quickly try to pull up those pictures from training yesterday. It seemed like it was some sort of end of training or mid training or at the beginning of training where Inzaghi was in deep conversation with Lukaku. Where is it? Here it is, of course. Daniele Mari always comes through. You see here, in deep conversation with Lukaku. There was some other pictures, like this one is all like he seems to be there's a few pictures where he's physically he's specifically focusing on Lukaku in training. Here they are. He's there in deep conversation. So I'm guessing they are talking about movements, about things that he could, do differently. How maybe he wants him to play differently from how he played on the Lukaku. Iceman Brozovic, of course, as well, changing up his hairstyle, going full. Was that silver, gray? I like it. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing the change in Lukaku. I don't think we saw that today. Today was just a run out there and just do what you know how to do best. But I'm interested to see in the coming reports and coming matches what happens. Yeah, exactly. If with the incoming of potentially Nandes as well, the level of the midfield is getting higher and higher. If we can manage to get rid of some dead wood from midfield as well, we've already managed to get rid of Jean Mario. If you manage to get rid of, Gagliardini or Vecino, someone, the level of the midfield, you could say, is even higher. Raja, the deep line chicken nugget, looks so bad and wasteful. I disagree. I think Raja looked all right, but yeah, he doesn't really run around. He's kind of strolling around, but when he's on the ball, you can see he's just his quality. Satriano Nuovo go, yeah, man. Satriano season, man. What's up, bro? Who else? What other comments? Let me see. Let me pick out some good comments from you guys. Raja needs to go without two. Get them out. Enough is enough. Hey, Mr. Ame in the house, Liverpool fan. If there's any truth to the Arsenal link, then I'm sad to be a LFC fan during transfer window. Hey, I mean, I heard you guys. I heard Liverpool are going for Chiesa. So yeah, it looks like you guys are cooking up. I mean, I don't see that actually happening, but Fede Chiesa. Oh, yeah, there we go. Fede Chiesa would be a massive. I mean, Juve would be stupid to let him go, but if Fede Chiesa on the club, that would be crazy. Inter interested in Onana. What's my name? Yeah, I rate him. He's a good keeper. Inter is a small move to go for someone that obviously his price is now quite low because of his suspension and all that kind of stuff. But before the suspension, he was a great keeper, up and coming keeper. But it looks like he's going to go to Lyon. I don't see Inter. If he's available on a free transfer next season when his contract expires, Inter should definitely be on that. But yeah, I don't see that happening, unfortunately. Lautaro has a lot of off days. Would you rather see Balde sub or Satriano for those situations? Obviously, Pina power ain't going to cut it. Yeah, it's true. Lautaro does have a lot of off days, but that comes with the age. But people are forgetting about Alexis Sanchez. Guys, let's not forget Alexis Sanchez is still there. He's the vice Lautaro. Let's not forget, Keita Balde or Satriano. These guys would be more, I would say, the Lukaku subs, if anything. I would say Sanchez is pretty solidified as that kind of vice Lautaro. Even though we've said many times that he's not really a second striker, he's almost like an attacking midfielder. You do lose a lot of goal threat when Sanchez is on the pitch, but let's not forget, guys. I know because we haven't seen him in preseason yet, but Alexis Sanchez is the guy right behind the Lautaro for now. We'll see, but out of you need someone for a substitute. You have to have someone who's ready to come in. So I'd rather have someone like Keita Balde, honestly. Satriano, as I said, I want to see the guy go out on loan, get some minutes, and start showing why Inter should keep him next season, and show why he's actually better than Pinamonti, Esposito, all these other guys that we were optimistic about. Yeah, I think Badr hits the nail on the head for I think. Everyone's always really optimistic in his preseason. We'll see, when there was Esposito, I remember Esposito was doing those cutbacks and scoring goals. It was like, oh, he's like a Diego Milito type move. Everyone's getting excited about Esposito. You can't help it because these young boys coming to the academy, Italian with Esposito, Interista, all that kind of stuff is exciting, and you get the optimistic. But yeah, let's not forget, guys, it's preseason. The level of people who are playing is a lot lower. It's just not the same as it would be in a normal match. And these guys need minutes, man. These guys need minutes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hey, it's not just in the house. Inzaghi paid Kordas ahead of Radu. Officially worried. Yeah, Radu. I've been saying, man. Everyone's saying that Radu is going to be the post Handanovic, or a lot of people are saying that on my channel. But I really don't think that's it's going to happen. But let's see. Inzaghi shown that at Lazio that he's willing to give keepers a chance between Strakosha and Pepe Reina. He was switching in between quite a lot. So Quotas paid because he came from Crotone. Yeah, that's probably a reason as well. Trying to give him like a little run out, little little send off maybe from his old teammates or something. Ivar is like going mad with the Vidal out. Chill out, bro. Chill out. Put some respect on Arturo Vidal. All right. Actually, let's talk about some Arturo content, because today he spoke actually Vidal. King Arturo, where are his quotes? Here he is. First, he talked about Inzaghi. He said, I met the coach. I've been talking to him for 3 days. He's an important coach. Talked to my teammates. They are happy. I'm rested. I'm back to my best. And we need to have a great championship and a beautiful Champions League. I agree with him. And then the key important one that's got the fan base talking and split. I have a lot of desire. I want to stay 100% and show the whole world who Vidal is. I talk to the club. They have a lot of faith in me. I know he wants to show he wants to show the best Vidal this year. We have to fight to win the Scudetto again and get to the bottom of the Champions League. And as I mentioned this in the past, you can say what you want about Vidal. His performance last year, he was disappointing for sure. But mentality-wise, as soon as he came in, this guy was talking Scudetto. No one was talking about Scudetto. Not even Antonio Conte was talking about Scudetto. He was the one with the balls, with the fearlessness of bringing up Scudetto talk straight away, and people were clowning him and saying, "Yeah, whatever, you shouldn't talk before." But that's the winning mentality that only some players have, and that's why this guy has 9 titles in the last 10 years, crazy numbers. Obviously, I'm not sure about the part where he says, "I talked to the club; they have a lot of faith in me," because it's pretty clear that Inter can't afford the 6.5 million wages. And they're trying to do what we did with João Mario. They're trying to do what they're trying to do with Nainggolan, trying to get rid of him on a free, cancel his contract, rescind his contract. But apparently he's not having it. There's no real true offers on the table, unfortunately. There's some murmurs of some South American teams, Boca Juniors or Flamengo, but obviously those guys can't afford those types of wages, so it's going to be a difficult one. Ideally, I would like to see him leave. I joke around about my Vidal, being a Vidal fan, which I am, but really and truly, it makes sense for him to leave because of his wages. I don't really see him fitting in with the Inzaghi style of play. He was a Conte guy through and through. But if maybe he cuts his wages, halves his wages like Kolarov did, goes from 6 to 3 maybe, then it could work. But otherwise, yeah, I think it is time for Vidal to go out. But put some respect on Vidal's name. I don't want to hear too much slander here about Arturo Vidal, okay? Here for some elite tactical analysis. Not today, bro, Massimo, not today. There's not really much tactical analysis to do. These are preseason friendlies. There's not much tactics going on. It's just kind of run out there and do your best at the moment. So we'll have to wait until the later matches, I think, against better oppositions to do more tactical analysis on these guys. Yeah, I agree. Both of them maybe should go on a loan. Agume, I'm not sure actually, because as we talked with Julio yesterday, there is no Vice Brozovic at the moment in the team, with Eriksson not in the picture at the moment. So Agume would be the only real proper, CDM replacement in that position. I don't think if Vidal stays, even for Vidal, I don't really like Vidal in front of the defense. I think he's best when he's getting into the box. Stainsy can also play that position as well. But with Agume, if Inzaghi is willing to give him minutes as well, I wouldn't be against keeping Agume as the Vice Brozovic, but I would like to see both of them ideally leaving on a loan. Did I like the new away jersey? Man, I love the new away jersey. I think it's a 10 out of 10. Sorry if I keep burping, guys. I just had to get that Pepsi. Yeah, that new jersey is so good with this kind of white and the serpents kind of going through it. I need to buy it, man. I need to buy it. So good. I heard Liverpool were interested, but where Liverpool could get 86 million. Yeah, I guess talking about the Chiesa or Lautaro, but yeah, we'll have to see. But the money, that's what the money is. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Socios, please help us buy Onana. Yeah. Actually, I'm doing a video with Socios. Keep an eye out for the channel. With someone that works at Socios. It's not going to be a live stream. It's going to be a thingy video. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the whole concept of the fan token, how it works, how you guys can partake, and all this kind of stuff. So keep an eye out for next. Maybe by the end of the week, I think I should have that video up on the channel. Who's the guy Milan and Juve are fighting over? I'm not sure, bro. You're gonna have to drop the name. I've not really kept up with the news all around Serie A recently. Vidal is here only for the money, a true mercenary Juventino. Hey, he got us a Scudetto. I don't care what he's doing here. He scored against Juventus. Let's not forget that goal. He's worth it just for that goal. Oh, that Kaya George guy. Yeah. I have no clue who that guy is. Never even seen like a clip of him. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about a guy with 1 goal in 10 games in the Brazilian league, if that's true. When am I gonna drop my Serie A 2021-22 prediction? Hey, you gotta wait till like the week before it starts, bro. Like, you gotta let me see the transfer market movements. I want to see the ins and outs, who's buying who, who's the coaches, everything. I gotta see the whole thing, and then I can't drop a Serie A prediction right now. And especially Serie A this year is gonna be a lot of last minute moves because of how the lack of money in the whole market. There's gonna be a lot of late moves, so you gotta keep an eye out. With Inter as well, I wouldn't be surprised if most of Inter's moves are done in the last week of the market. Yeah, that's what we gotta wait. I think Barella is back in training next week, so yeah, can't wait to see that combo, that Barella Hakan Brozo combo is gonna be chef kiss, and with Dimarco combining, and whoever comes in at right wing back. I'm starting to get excited, guys. I know a lot of you after the Hakimi sale have been a bit negative, but I'm starting to get more and more excited about this season, man. Have some water instead. Yeah, I always have water. You guys always make fun of me for always having the water. Always have the water, but today, felt like having a little bit of fizz, a bit of like Hakan was fizzing around the pitch. Dimarco Hakan link with our two sides switch this year. Yeah, I'm guessing you watch my previous videos, or maybe you just have the same thinking as me. We could see a swap of focus on the pitch going from the right hand side where it was with the Skriniar, Barella, Hakimi, Lukaku kind of chain of link up to the other side, because it's so technical with Bastoni, with Hakan, with Dimarco, with Lautaro. Whoever plays the left hand side is even more technical this year, depending on who plays. So we could see a switch of sides in terms of focus. Sorry if you're late. Well, what's the situation for our right back? Yeah, we don't know, bro. We're still trying to find out. That's the big question for now. Nandes, the negotiations are going ahead. It looks like he's coming in as the temporary right back, or he can play right back plus centre mid. So he's been brought in as kind of the utility man. And then from what I read, Inter, even if Nandes does come in, Inter are still going to go for Bellerin or Zappacosta or a actual right back. It looks like Lazaro will definitely leave, or there's not been much talk about Valentino Lazaro. So yeah, the right back situation is still up in the air, but I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. I have faith in Marotta and Ozilio to pull something out of the bag. Do I have any other kits than Inter and Italy? I do. I've got a Colombia kit. I got a Fiorentina retro kit. Got a Zenit St. Petersburg kit. Got a Benfica kit. What else do I have? Yeah, and I got a couple of others, but mainly Inter and Italy ones. No, Agume last year, Spezia didn't get many chances. I think he only played about 10 or 11 matches, which was disappointing. But again, as I always say, there probably is a reason. Italiano, the Spezia coach, who's now at Fiorentina, is a progressive young Italian coach who I would think would give youth a chance. So yeah. Checked out Juve's predicted starting 11. Nothing scary at all, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, we saw Juve last year. Obviously, they've got a lot of people that still need to come back from the Euros, Copa America, and stuff like that. But yeah, I still think it's the best squad overall. Like I said last year, I think the fact that they didn't have a coach is the reason why they finished fourth. But now they've gone from no coach to one of the elite coaches, so that's an extra 10, 12 points straight away for them. I still think in terms of the whole squad and depth, I still think they have the best squad in the league. But that's just my opinion, and I know a lot of you disagree with me. I'm not actually sure which year it is. It's the Nintendo one. It might be 97 or 98. Yeah, it's definitely from like the Rui Costa, Batistuta times, but I'm not 100% sure what the year is. But yeah, it's a really, really nice kit. But yeah, guys, didn't want to spend too much time today. Just a quick 40-minute little reaction of the 6-0 win. As I said, getting into the mood, getting excited about the season. I hope you guys are getting excited too. As I said, keep a lookout for my Socios videos with the Inter's new sponsors coming in the next few days. Yeah, obviously, make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. Helps out with the algorithm. Takes 2 seconds literally to leave a thumbs up, guys. Helps out finding this channel. We're on 2,000. I'm hoping to get up to the 3,000 mark at some point soon. And yeah, guys, make sure you guys keep in touch. Follow me on Twitter at @rshams, at @theuncle on Instagram, and all that good stuff. Message me on Instagram and I'll follow you back. I'm still trying to grow that Instagram account because the old one was deleted. So yeah, make sure you follow me up on that. And yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Forza Inter as always, and see you for the next Inter news. Will I keep you up to date and the next preseason friendlies. Ciao ragazzi.